It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Nuggets come into town for this one. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. The Warriors with their last game here in Golden State before heading out on the road. Sixth game of the season for them, and when you're 4-1 already, you've got a good feeling about each game.
Yeah, and as far as the regular season goes, this is as good as it gets. This truly, to me, is the definition of a rivalry. I mean, a game between these two teams has always been special.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen a ton of great games between them in the past. It's hard not to get amped up when they face each other. I've been looking forward to this one for a while.
Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Gallinari sits outside at 3 with Fareed at the 4. Moutier out there with Will Barton. And that one's good.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in. You know, Kenneth Fareed was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team 4 years ago. Took the league by storm with his energy and hustle. Looked like the sky was the limit for him, but every year since then, his numbers have looked very similar.
Barton kicks to Moutier. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Curry passes to Thompson. Green dishes to Bogut. Golden State moving it around. Barnes can't get it to go. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Fareed. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And it goes on Draymond Green.
And, you know, guys, a high-energy post player like Kenneth Fareed excels at doing the dirty work. As a matter of fact, he's nicknamed the Manimal for good reason. Very few players in the league possess this combination of energy and aggressiveness.
Talking about Fareed, a rebounder extraordinaire. His explosiveness, long arms, and huge hands help him compensate for his relative lack of size.
And he has that exceptional shot blocker instincts. I mean, the timing's there. He'll also steal the ball from you. The question now becomes, will he always be that role, effort, energy player, or will he develop eventually the offensive skills needed to see him reach the next level?
And here are the Nuggets now. Harrison Barnes missing on the 3. Gallinari in the corner. And he gets it to go from the corner.
And doing a great job here just stringing together solid possessions as they build that lead up.
I tell you, there's no substitute for consistency, Greg. You know that, I know it. You can stay in control of the game. They'll stay in control of it if they simply stay good with their execution of the game plan and don't waste any possession. Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season ranked first in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best offensive and defensive team in the league. Remarkable. Good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
The Nuggets leading by 4. Moutier pass to Jokic. Screen by Fareed. Here's Barton. The shot is off. The Warriors go the other way with it. Last season for the Warriors really dominated from beginning to end to lead the league in, Greg, both offensive and defensive efficiency.
And Kevin, a lot of people knew the Warriors were good at offense. I mean, but they've been equally as good defensively over the past few seasons, kind of flying under the radar for whatever reason. Not the case going forward.
And it's Gallinari missing.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Some of Harrison Barnes' teammates have referred to him as the senator because of the way he carries himself. And, you know, a very level-headed, dignified young man. And just he has an air about it.
And Harrison Barnes at times has been criticized in the past for not being more, Clark, assertive on the court.
Well, you know, it's interesting. He had to weather the pressure of expectations since high school. I mean, people were comparing him to Kobe Bryant back then, but HB can't get caught up in that. He's got to be true to himself. You know what I tell guys? Do you.
Yeah.
Do you.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And he gets it back.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
The Nuggets missed the postseason again last year. Never really had a good look at it and just fell in back of the pack.
And it's the second straight year of not playing playoff basketball in Denver. This coming on the heels of 10 straight bursts between 04 and 13. And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Warriors trail by 3. Outside, Green. No one near him. And the basket good.
And, you know, for Denver, historically, they've enjoyed a lot of success for a long time. I mean, missing the playoffs consecutively might have been the wake-up call they needed to try something different going forward.
Here's Barton. He's coming off a 13-point game against Utah. Feeds it to Moutier. Shot clock at 6. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
And listen, it's sometimes really hard for teams like the Nuggets to know when to rebuild. So while they weren't quite sure what they had coming in the last season, by the end of it, they had a clear idea of what direction they needed to head into for the future.
Now let's find out what head coach Mike Malone had to say to Doris Burke. Doris?
A big factor in this game, he said, is how well they do to contain the young shooter Klay Thompson, saying Thompson can really give you trouble coming off screens. We got to have all-out energy fighting to stay on his hip, and then we need to pressure on the ball handler to try and delay the pass. Kevin, both jobs are hard.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Here's Moutier after the made shot from Klay Thompson. To the paint, it's stolen by Green. And Curry, here we go. And it's blocked. But they get it back. Outside, Green. Barnes kicks to Bogut. Curry dishes to Barnes. Just 5 on the clock. On the wing, Thompson. And that misses. That would have put him up. The Nuggets have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. Gallinari with it. Now Green defending. Moutier with the basket. Last outing for Golden State, they won that game against the Clippers.
You just have to admire the versatility they were able to display offensively.
Scoring came from every direction, all over the place. I mean, if one approach didn't work for them, they found another one that did.
Now, Moutier following the miss by Draymond Green from deep. Here's Fareed. Good D by Thompson.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Curry against Fareed. Curry passes to Green. And Thompson kicks to Bogut. Green, the screen. Bogut, that's good.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And despite some of the injuries over the years, Andrew Bogut still one of the game's best shot blockers, averaging well over 2.5 a game in his career. And Greg, he protects the rim like few others can. A rugged play.
And in last season, almost 3 block shots per game. And with all the offensive firepower around him, I think it really allows him to play to his strengths. That's why having a great team is about pieces of the puzzle fitting. He's a terrific piece for this group. Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here is Gallinari. 9 points last game out, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And now a 7-point Denver lead.
And really the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Curry kicks to Green. Chandler with the block.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Denver.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. And the Warriors with some changes. Looney's checked in for Green. Barbosa comes in for Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. And then for Denver, Terrell Arthur. He's checked in for Gallinari. And it's Gary Harris in for Barton.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And count the basket. He is fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we can see right there why he does.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Barton is checked in. Here's Barton. And the pass to Laverne. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Nailed from three-point land. Harris has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Harris against Barbosa. To the middle. Kicks it out to Iguodala. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Iguodala's got his second basket of the night. Here's Barton. Passes to Arthur. On the wing, Chandler. Shoots the three. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Iguodala's drive. Here's Ezeli. And it's Denver with the rebound. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against the defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
Yeah, he was boxed out and tried to get the rebound the only way he could.
Yeah, he got straight over the back and on top of him there too, so nothing subtle about that one.
It's stolen. Pushing it up. The finish. Hammers it down off the coast-to-coast break.
That's how you make it happen, guys. Ball pressure and then a run out.
And that's how you flip the script in terms of momentum right there.
Barton kicks to Arthur. Got a piece of it.
You know, a team's rebounding is one of the great measures of its energy, and theirs has been terrific in the first quarter.
Yeah, they've brought it in terms of having another level of intensity right from the tip.
Denver on D. It's a 5-point game.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Yeah, I agree. Not a lot of activity chasing down their misses. Some teams focus on getting back, and I understand that, but you should send at least one guy after those. Well, with the season the Warriors put together, they came out way ahead of everybody else in the West. I mean, given how tough the West was last year, that makes their 67-win season all the more impressive. One of the best in history in my mind.
Here's Looney. Here's Iguodala. It's hauled in by Harris. Inside, here's Chandler. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Chandler's got 5.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Norkic checked in for Laverne. Warriors took apart the West last season. They went 42-10 against the rest of the conference. The games between them and second place in the West were the same as the games between second place and 8th in the West.
And the Warriors didn't just pick on the little guys. I mean, they had big wins over the top teams in the West. Against the rest of the playoff teams, the Warriors were a whopping 20-5.
So it's Denver now, following the score by Golden State. Harris. The rebound by Ezeli.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Here's Barton. He dishes it to Chandler. Screen by Nurkic. And Chandler, here we go. And he gets it to go. Chandler's got his third bucket of the night. 30 seconds left to play in the first. Iguodala, the pass to Looney, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Iguodala.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. Here's Barton. Pass to Chandler. Screen by Nurkic. Chandler attacking. 6 to shoot. The rebound by Azili. Here's Iguodala. No good on the buzzer beater.
Okay, man, put your hands together for your Warriors.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Just almost an intimidating factor when you're able to go out and consistently come up with the block shots like they have defensively.
Well, what happens is shooters begin to start looking for the shot blockers, and it does intimidate them.
The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spot, and it's Rush in at the 3 spot. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. Golden State moving the ball around. Nurkic with the steal. Gallinari with it. Pass to Moutier. He kicks it to Nurkic. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Rush dishes to Bogut. Outside Curry. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. And he gets it to go. Thompson's got 5.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Moutier kicks to Gallinari. And that's collected by Bogut. Bogut's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. Was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us, and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
And he gets the bucket. Warriors trail by 7. In the corner, Rush with it. From the arc. Rebound by the Nuggets. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Got plenty of opportunity here, guys, to get on each other's bad side. I mean, if they weren't already. Should make for some fairly high drama.
Just 4 to shoot. Fires from 14. Here's Fareed. And that is good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Barnes, he's checked in for Brandon Rush. And Denver also making a switch. Laverne, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Curry outside. Curry with another miss.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul. Gallinari against Barnes. 4 on the shot clock. From deep. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. The Warriors, #1.
You know, Kevin, they were absolutely fantastic last year. I mean, they demanded respect from behind the arc all year long. Very consistent and very disciplined in their shot selection. They knew exactly how to move the defense and move themselves to get quality looks from behind the three-point line.
And here's Moutier. After the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Shoots a three. Moutier, no good.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
The Nuggets leading by 7. And Steph Curry with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. That is good. Laverne's got his second bucket of the night.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
Out to Thompson. Back to Curry. He's looking for Bogut and finds him. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Boy, did he go hard to the boards, but clearly went over the back in doing it.
Yeah, kudos for the effort. I always love that kind of effort, but he was just a little overzealous.
Moutier passed to Gallinari. Off target from outside.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much. You know, the Nuggets could create their offense, but they still would have trouble knocking down the shots. Just didn't have a lot of dead-eye laser shooters. Every field goal attempt with them was an adventure.
Here's Moutier following the basket by Stephen Curry. Moutier with the basket. Moutier's got 11 points.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Now here's Moutier, 11 points in the game. And there's the pass to Jokic. Now here is Gallinari, and his offensive struggles continue. Nuggets did have their problems on the offensive end too, something that's rare for them, hitting the open shot and the mid-range shot and beyond being one of them.
You know, Kevin, how about being last in the league in catch and shoot field goal percentage? I mean, got a good amount of looks that way, but really struggled shooting only 34% in those situations.
Moutier, no good. Warriors trail by 7. From past the arc. Out to Thompson. Lets the three fly. And he gets the bucket. Thompson's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Now here's Moutier, guarded by Curry. The dish now to Barnes. It's deflected. It's stolen by Harris. And Gallinari kicks to Harris. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And the Warriors with some changes. Festus Ezeli comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Barbosa in for Steph Curry. And a switcher also for Denver. Will Barton, he's checked in for Gary Harris. Now, here is Gallinari. He's got 6. There's the screen. Moutier, no good.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Thompson. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Here's Moutier after the made shot from Klay Thompson. And another miss by Denver.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And it's Barnes slamming it down.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Moutier dishes to Gallinari. There's the feed to Moutier. Kicks to Barton. And Thompson sends it back. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
And now a chance to check out Klay Thompson. A very nice season for him last year. 4th in three-point field goal percentage, 10th in scoring, and ranked in the top 15 in free throw percentage. Tremendous confidence and technique at the line.
And, you know, as you said, he was great from downtown. I don't think last year was an aberration. He's one of the deadliest sharpshooters in the game.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Golden State. They grabbed their own miss. Chandler's shot. Good. Chandler's got 9.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Iguodala kicks to Green. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though. And I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about it. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
Now, here's Moutier. He's got 11. 5 on the clock. Picked his pocket. Oh, and here comes Iguodala all alone. Here's Thompson. The shot is off, and it's Denver the other way.
You know, you talk about Green's enthusiasm for the game. He's constantly talking, whether defensively or even in an opponent's ear. He's a vocal presence. And also another example of how a guy can make an impact without necessarily having it show up in the stat sheet.
Thompson for the triple, and that one's good. Thompson's got 12 points now in the quarter.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for him.
Now here's Chandler. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Utah.
And also, don't discount his leadership. Draymond Green's been a vocal leader his entire career. Even as a rookie, he wasn't afraid to challenge his teammates. And that competitive spirit, guys, can be contagious.
The Warriors making a switch here. Livingston's checked in.
You know, when I think of Wilson Chandler, what comes to mind is supreme athleticism. He can throw it down with the best of them. Yet he's still working on the other areas of his game to be more well-rounded.
And here's Moutier. After the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. 11 feet away. Here's Arthur. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game. Clark, a lot of give and take between these sides early.
Kevin, how about 6 lead changes in this half already?
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Now here's Thompson. 18 points for him. Dishes to Livingston. Back to Green. He feeds it to Thompson. Iguodala, the pass to Thompson. No good from outside. You know, back to Wilson Chandler, he's somewhat of a wild card. One of the few guys to go overseas. Remember, Greg, during that NBA lockout in 2011, he signed to play for China and didn't negotiate an out clause when he signed.
Yeah, and truth is, Chandler's one of those guys who can give you some solid minutes, but you hope at some point that he gets serious and commits to reaching his full potential.
Thompson with the bucket.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Now here's Moutier. He picked up 27 points in their last win against Utah.
And also give him credit for his ability to pass the basketball. He was always looking for the open man.
Here's Iguodala. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists in the game. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Warriors?
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Plenty of space. That's short off the rim.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's a 4-point Warrior lead.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Chandler's shot, good. Warriors shooting it really well, 54% from the floor. Green dishes to Thompson. Back to Green. Thompson left side. Livingston kicks to Azili, and Chandler sends it back.
They have a 2-for-1 situation if they go quick.
Yeah, I don't think they have to rush, though, Greg. Just need to find a good shot this time.
Now, here's Moutier. He's got 14. Here's Jokic. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And Thompson kicks to Livingston. Back to Thompson. Got it up. And it's wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
That's a nice way to end the half. The big three to take the lead as we...
And so it's a clip.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille. Klay Thompson putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He ended up with 26 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is a...
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter. Welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far.
What a performance. Just look at the game for Thompson. He's got 26 points, and talk about the 3-ball for him. Wow, unbelievable from long distance.
Clark, there have been some fireworks from deep today, but he is just dangerous out there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Gallinari sits outside at 3 with Fareed at the 4. Will Barton is out there with Moutier. Bogut the pass to Green. Feeds it to Barnes. Curry with a wide open look. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Curry's got the first basket of the second half here for the Warriors. Now here's Moutier, guarded by Curry. Moutier with the basket.
Getting the half off to a good start here already with some penetration.
Warriors leading by 3. And the call will be against Emmanuel Moutier. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Here's Bogut. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
You know, yeah, guys, last year was a rough one for him at the stripe. I mean, it's going to be hard for him not to improve on those numbers. They were that bad.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
Fareed setting the pick for Gallinari. No good on the 3.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
The 3 from Barnes. And it's Denver with the rebound. Barton's got his 4th rebound in this one. And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact. Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
Here's Curry. Missed inside.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. It's time now to look at the NBA's top shooting teams from a season ago. The Warriors, number 1.
They were remarkable in terms of their efficiency on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, they did a great job of finding the open man and working for great looks. Really just an unselfish group.
Passes it to Green. Three-pointer. It's Curry. That time on the assist from Green. Green's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Denver calls timeout.
And Draymond Green, guys, has won at every level. I mean, led Saginaw High School to 2 consecutive state championships. At Michigan State, 2 trips to the Final Four. And now making noise with the Warriors. It's clear this guy's a winner.
Murray's checked in for Denver. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Curry kicks to Green. Out to Thompson. He dishes it to Barnes. And it falls over the rim and in. Barnes has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Here's Barton. He's covered by Thompson. It's stolen by Green. Nobody near Barnes. Offline with his 3. The Nuggets trail by 4. Screen by Fareed. Moutier dishes to Fareed. Poked loose. And it's the Warriors on the break. Here's Barnes, and it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession. The Warriors making a switch here. Barbosa's checked in, and Denver also making a switch. Harris is checked in. Here's Curry. It's blocked, but they'll get another chance. A second chance effort, and the jumper is on the mark. 10 points for Barnes. Denver's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Now here's Moutier, guarded by Curry. Screen by Fareed. They double him with Green. Molinari passes to Fareed. And Barbosa pulls it down. Warriors leading by 6. Here's Curry with the 3. That's good. Curry's got 8 points in the quarter. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Moutier kicks to Fareed. Molinari wide open. Shot to stop the run, and Fareed throws it down.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
Looney's checked in for Draymond Green. Nurkic checked in for the Nuggets. Inside, here's Barnes, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal, and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself up. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level. Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Denver calls timeout.
You know, looking at Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons.
Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Golden State. And stolen by Barnes. Pass to Rush, got a piece of it. Nurkic with the steal. And now the Nuggets, fast break. And another miss by Denver. Well, going back to Bogut when he's healthy, he's a very difficult matchup for any opponent. Greg, one of the great rebounders and defenders certainly in this game now. He also, though, gives you points from the blocks and with tiny putbacks.
You know, he's become an unsung hero in a sense. Not the flashy guy who entered the league, but more of a very talented lunch pail kind of guy who simply wants to do his part.
Moutier dishes to Harris. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Harris has got 12.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times. What an exhibition he's putting on today. This is about as hot as you can get.
Now here's Moutier, guarded by Curry. And it's sent back by Bogut. And they're on the break. Shot misses. Some solid defense from Harris. Now Moutier, 18 points for him. And it's sent back by Bogut. And now running up the court, Barbosa pushing it up. Pass to Barnes. That's good. Barnes has got 8 points in the quarter. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Warriors.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points. Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
The Nuggets trail by 15. And here's Moutier. Can they get it? It's rebounded by Golden State. Barbosa's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Curry kicks to Rush, and the shot is good.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Screen by Nurkic. Here's Moutier. Here's Gallinari. And the layup falls. Gallinari's got 8 points.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
That's tipped. Curry passes to Barbosa. Here's Moutier. He's got 18. He kicks to Laverne. Harris outside. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Here's Moutier, and it's sent back by Bogut. One-on-one here. Here's Curry. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Curry's got 17 points here in the second half.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And it's sent back by Bogut. Moutier with the ball. And it's sent back by Bogut. And so the ball out of bounds. Bogut touched it last. And the Warriors with some changes. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Brandon Rush. And it's Livingston in for Leandro Barbosa. Arthur drills it from outside. Arthur's got 5 now.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
There's the bucket, good.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Now here's Moutier, guarded by Curry. Moutier dishes to Arthur. Here's Chandler. Can't get it to go. Good defense by Iguodala. Warriors leading by 16. Denver with a tough year last season. A lot of losses for them on the road as they would go, Clark, only 11-30 away from the Mile High City.
Yeah, and Kevin, they ended the season on a 5-game road losing streak as well. I mean, they had mostly given up at that point as they had tried to develop young players, and it just kind of blew up on them down the stretch.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Green, he's checked in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Klay Thompson in for Curry. And Denver with a change here, too. Martin is checked in. The Nuggets trail by 14.
A big problem for the Nuggets last year is that they just couldn't hit shots away from home. I mean, they finished in the bottom 5 in terms of field goal percentage on the road.
And Thompson kicks to Livingston. From outside the arc, and there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Livingston. 29 points for Klay Thompson.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Hey, I've got one more note on the Nuggets and the road. I mean, when you shoot as poorly as they did, as you mentioned, you start to lose some confidence and second-guess things. It's a lot harder to fight through shooting slumps like that in somebody else's building, no doubt.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Moutier, no good.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Golden State foul call.
First trip to the line for him here.
That's his first personal foul.
That one is off. And the Nuggets making a change here.
At the line for 2.
He hits the second from the line. Here is Livingston, looking for his first basket still in this one. On the wing, Thompson. Can't connect. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Warriors lead by 16. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Thompson and Iguodala on the perimeter. Draymond Green is out there with Festus Ezeli. And it's Livingston in at the 1. That's the Warriors' 5. Iguodala outside. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. Livingston's got his 6th assist on the night. The Nuggets trail by 19. Moutier kicks to Chandler. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
And look, he's not the best athlete, but he's able to create the space he needs to operate.
Chandler having a good one. 15 points, and he's tacked on a couple of blocks today, too.
And they've been important to the team. Even if it's only a couple, it's helped them establish a defensive presence inside.
They get it again. Second shot opportunity. Green, no luck. Denver's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Fareed with it. He's against Ezeli. Fareed, no good.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Thompson for the triple. Moutier with the rebound. Moutier's got 4 rebounds in this game. 3 on 3. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
Thompson right side. The pass to Ezeli. 5 on the clock. Now the dish to Green. There's the 3. The feed to Thompson. The rebound by Wilson Chandler. Chandler's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Now here's Moutier. Takes a 3. Chandler, no good.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Iguodala, that's a 2-pointer. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. The Nuggets trail by 19. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Fareed, a screen on Iguodala. Over in the corner, Chandler. And he's good on the three ball. Chandler's got 5 points now in the quarter.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second three of the game.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut checked in for Azila. Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. As you're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protectors. I mean, they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play. So they are equally as adept on that side of the ball.
Curry passes to Green. Good, and Curry gets the assist. That's 7 points for Draymond Green. The Nuggets trail by 18. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Chandler, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two. That one on Thompson.
And, you know, Denver was not that good against the West last season, but they weren't as bad as you would have thought. Managed to get 19 wins against the rest of the conference, and we know how tough the West is, so that's not shabby.
Well, and last year for the Nuggets, they were really searching, and they finished 12th in the Western Conference. Greg, they were 30-52.
You know, not a great place to be.
No.
I mean, Kevin, Denver never really had a shot at the postseason, but weren't good enough to land a high draft pick either.
Shot is no good, and it's the Warriors taking it the other way. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
What a night for Barnes. He's got 16 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
No doubt about it. He's the conductor, the band leader, Clark, and this offense has really performed at a high level.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Gallinari's checked in.
You know, guys, coaching in the NBA is not for the faint of heart. Very little job security. I mean, in essence, you get hired to be fired. Let's face it, it's hard to make a bunch of millionaires do what you tell them to when they might be around longer than you will.
Fareed setting the pick for Gallinari. Not enough on that one as it misses. Warriors leading by 20. Green dishes to Thompson. Barnes with it. Now guarded by Fareed. Curry's shot is off. And speaking of coaching, sometimes you'll hear that the coach lost the team. When that happens, is that it? Clark, what's your read on it?
You know, I don't quite buy that. I think it's really rare. Winning can cover up a lot of things, and ultimately it does come down to that, being able to smooth out the rough spots, and winning is the best elixir for that.
The Nuggets have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Barton kicks to Fareed to the left wing. Screen by Fareed. Moutier passes to Jokic. No good again that time. And it's sent back by Bogut. And it's the Warriors on the break. Green with the ball. And that one's good. Barnes.
Well, nothing was going down for him in the first half. But since the break, he's been on target.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Here's Moutier. Can't get it to go. Curry with the defensive effort. Warriors have gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
And in today's NBA, it's all about spacing on offense. It used to be more about finding matchups to exploit. Now it is all about opening up great looks by spreading the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Looney's checked in for Bogut. Rush comes in for Draymond Green. And it's Barbosa in for Thompson.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
Golden State's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. And with great spacing in the NBA, you need great shooting. More than ever, shooting and spacing, Clark. are at a premium in the NBA for teams.
Yeah, well, it starts with point guards being able to break down defenses and get into the lane to create open shots. You want to be able to create space for the point guards to drive, so you need shooters on the wings.
And it's the Warriors on the break. Here's Rush, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Boy, a big gap between these teams as far as fast break points are concerned.
Yeah, and some teams play a slower tempo, but defensively you have to commit to sprinting back in transition and denying those runouts.
And Nelson gets it to go.
Jameer Nelson.
Warriors leading by 23. Fires the three. Arthur grabs the board.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
No good off the front iron.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Curry dishes to Barnes. Lets it go from deep. And Steph Curry gets the three. Curry's got 39.
And what's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Nelson against Curry. Nelson kicks to Gallinari. High post try. He squares up and sinks it.
Assist goes to Jameer Nelson.
Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes them tough to defend.
Clark, what you know about shot A? Smooth operator. But I agree with you. I think we're all seeing that right now.
Yes, indeed.
There's the pick. Nelson, the pass to Gallinari. Takes it off the glass.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
Curry. Rebound by the Nuggets. Now Gallinari. 13 feet away. And yep, couple bounces and it falls.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Kicks to Barbosa. He feeds it to Barnes. Fires for three. And that one's good. Barnes has got 26.
No three-pointers for him in that first half, but the second half, different story.
Nelson against Curry. Now, here is Nelson. Defense right on him. A nice shot by Gallinari.
Assisted by Yusuf Nurkic.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become. That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Harris with it. Barbosa picks him up. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Arthur sets the pick for Gallinari. And again, it's Denver.
He is scorching the D, exploding offensively.
Well, you know when you're in that kind of a zone, trust me, he knows he's in the zone right now.
Looney. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two.
Well, we all know that #1 overall picks are incredibly valuable. I mean, they can change the course and face of an entire franchise. Last season, the playoffs were full of teams that featured #1 overall picks.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Festus Ezeli comes in for Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Curry. And that one's good. And that's 23 points for Emmanuel Mudiay.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
And guys, teams with the #1 overall pick tend to go very deep in the playoffs. Just the nature of how the NBA lottery and rebuilding structure works.
Yeah, and in the playoffs last season, every team in the conference semis but one had a #1 overall pick on their roster. So that one team was the Grizzlies.
Dishes it to Rush.
Jameer Nelson. 2 minutes, 2.
Passes it to Looney. Another shot, and that one's good. Looney's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Gallinari with a screen for Nelson. Feeds to Harris. Screen by Nurkic. Gallinari dishes to Nurkic. Nelson left side. Screen by Nurkic. Floats one. The Warriors pull it in. Ezeli's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Warriors.
They really had it going, Clark. Their offense propelled them.
Yeah, in this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Stephen Curry. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got, and really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Denver's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter. It's blocked. It's 2-on-1. Finish off the break.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow.
But he stays with it.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
And that one's good.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Barbosa kicks to Rush. Here's Looney. Misses the 3.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Pass to Arthur. Gallinari inside the 3-point line. Rush grabs the miss. Here's Looney. So we see the Warriors taking the game here.
Kevin, I'm here with Andre.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet, Stephen Curry. He simply had a dominant 3rd quarter, and it quickly became apparent he wanted to exert his control over the tempo of the game.
I will say this about Steph Curry. There is no...
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always